So hello everyone, this is João de Gregorio with the USF2000 tutorial. This week it's WATKINGS GLEEN, so let's see the full lap and then I'm gonna explain it step by step, okay? So here at the start finish line you're gonna try to aim the 200 board here. Just pass through the 200 board, slightly on the brakes. I think 50% is the maximum of the brake of this car. You can't go any further than that. So as soon as I release my brake pressure, I start to turn. So if you look here, I start to turn, then my car starts to oversteer, and I had to correct that. So I think I can go even faster here. Just aim this low part of the curb. Don't try to ride over the second part on the right, because you're gonna understeer a lot, and you have to carry the speed here because uh, we are heading to the fastest part of the track, the fastest straight of the track. So as soon as I hit the curb, I start to accelerating to maximize my exit speed, and then here, as soon as I pass this curb, I shift the gear, one gear up, just to make the car rotate, because the car rotate better on the low RPM, and just try to avoid hit with the middle of the car, this part of the grass, because you're gonna have an off track. And here just try to be as close as possible to the curb. Don't ride this curb because you're gonna lose the momentum of the car. Try to use only the asphalt part here, and as soon as this yellow line ends on the right part, you're gonna point your car to the next part of this S. So here it's a straight part, see, and my car is going straight, and I'm gonna aim this white curb here and just ride just a little, not on this on the curb too much, just on the white part without the ondulation, because it's a high speed part of the circuit. You want to maximize your speed, your momentum, and then another time that you're gonna be straight, just try I'm just trying to be the straight as possible on this S to maximize my speed. Right, just be on the right here until the end of the yellow line, and then I'm gonna aim here after this I think it's a towboat, the name of this uh, this little um, house here. It's not a house, it's a Marshall post here. Just past the 200 board, and then slightly on the brakes just to make the car rotate. And then here, try to ride the curb with all of your car. Don't go too much to the right because you're gonna have an off track, and too much to the left you're gonna lose the next corner entry. So just try to be right on top of it. Then ride this curb a little without any throttle or brake application here, because I want the car to rotate to maximize my corner exit here, and then I can go full throttle to the second part of the bus stop. You can ride this curb with the middle of the car here. It's not an off track, but if you go too further you're gonna receive the off track here. So here, don't try to go try to avoid going too much to the left here, because you have to return to the right to start the corner again. So just stay in the middle of the circuit here, and then we're gonna look to this part of the curb here. Here, this apex here, this part, this weird line here, because it's not full round. We're gonna aim here to start to accelerating again, full throttle all the way to the downhill here, and when you feel your car is gonna start to understeer, you upshift to the low RPM, and the low RPM is gonna will rotate the car for you. For this part, I try to brake on the color change here. So I aim to the color change, brake. Remember, it's a downhill braking, so your rear end is gonna be so light here, so without pressure, that you feel like you're floating here. So just brake and start to turn slightly. Then as soon as you release your brakes, you start to apply more steering wheel. And here, when I hit the curb here, it's the apex. You can start to accelerate again. So, but just be soft on the acceleration here, because if you go full throttle, 100% from 0 to 100, you're gonna understeer. And here is another upshifting technique that you can use the low RPM to avoid hitting this wall. And sorry, I made a mistake here. So here you can start accelerating, but go soft until you here. Yeah, I feel my car is not going to make the corner, so I upshift my gear just to make it rotate and go right on the curb. Here I think is the trickiest part of the circuit. I aimed at the 100 board mark, and here it seems like a round corner, but like a 180-degree corner, but it's a V-shaped corner. You have to follow this different concrete here, this concrete path, and close just as this concrete start to close, and then you can start to accelerating here, just to aim the late part of the curb here to maximize my corner exit. See, I'm getting closer to the curb with this concrete part here, so you can follow this concrete part to be your guide around here. And then I'm full throttle here, and I'm gonna exit full throttle until the next corner. I think the end, the last sector here is the trickiest part of the Watkins gun. So here I'm gonna aim the middle of the I'm gonna aim like if there was a 150 board. I'm gonna aim the middle of the 200 and the 100 board, and hard on the brake here. Just start to release the brakes when I rotate the car. And this is another part that you can be confused because it seems like a 90 degree corner, but it's not. The apex is around here, and here it's another upshifting technique, because as soon as I start to accelerating, my car was going to understeer, then I upshift to make it continuing making the corner. And here I think you can use this dark green tree here, because I don't have such a reference here. I just brake on my own, but as soon as I saw the replay, I noticed that this dark green tree can help. So slightly on the brakes here, because your rear end is gonna be light because it's an uphill part. It's like the top of the roller coaster here. And another tricky corner that makes you think that it's a 180 degree corner, but it's not. It's a V shape again. So here, this different part of the curb, the different paint here in the curb, is your apex point. So you can start to apply acceleration here, and slightly on the throttle here, because you're gonna oversteer. Your rear end's gonna be so loose here. For this next corner, I aim the 100 board and upshift the car around here. I will upshift the car just to make the low RPM rotate my car. Just try to avoid this curve, because this can make you oversteer. Sorry, can make you understeer. And just be slightly on the steering wheel, just to make the car rotate as much as possible, to not override this curb and go to the grass. And for this last corner, I aim this. I think it's an outdoor, a wooden outdoor here, a wooden outdoor frame here. Just slightly on the brake again, because I don't want to understeer a lot. And then I'm gonna aim this kinky part of the curb. In this lap, I ride it, but try to avoid that, because can make you oversteer. And slightly on the throttle, because you can understeer a lot and hit the wall. And try to be as light as you can on the steering wheel, because your car will have the understeer tendency here. So this was a lap at Watkins Glen. Sorry again for my English, and I could do 149.59. It's 1/10 faster than the VRS in the same conditions that they did. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next week.